Hi guys, this is Joel with Guitars United here at the Summer NAMM 2015. Today we walked by the Kluson booth and these guys had a really cool slick setup here. And I was able to talk with Dave here. Dave, what do you do here at Kluson?
I actually do design work for the tuning machines and handle OEM sales.
Oh really? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. What kind of design work are you?
My first design that came out was the Revolution tuners that did the best in show at Winter NAMM out in California. Yep. They're a 19-to-1 die-cast tuner. It's one piece, so there's no chance of it pulling apart or anything like that.
Really?
It's a sealed tuner, true sealed tuner, based on the original footprint of the Kluson tuners, whether it be the 6-in-line version or the 3 per side. So it retrofits right into the original mounting holes.
So the plates are adjustable?
No, the actual screw pattern, so you don't have to change anything. It drops right into the old original screw pattern. And it's a sealed tuner, die cast.
That's beautiful.
Have it available in locking versions, 6-in-line and 3 per side, with the knob on the back. It's very friendly. Easy to use, and all of them have the 19-to-1 ratio. We didn't skimp on the ratio when we put the lock on it. We made sure that they had good fine tuning.
So getting more advanced on ratios.
Right. And that's the Revolution line. We actually have 3 mounting patterns. We have the CBS era fender mounting pattern, which is the cross corner. Because nobody's done an upgrade tuner for any of the CBS era fender guitars from 66 to 79. So we decided to do that. That was our first one. That's called the F mount.
Cool.
The G mount is the 3 per side, and the H mount is the standard vintage 7-screw 6-in-line pattern.
Makes sense.
All 19-to-1 ratio, all in locking and non-locking, and brand new we're coming out with a version that retrofits the vintage size peg hole. These are all modern size peg holes, but we have a new one coming in just a few weeks.
Do you remember what those sizes are?
Oh gosh, 11/32 is the vintage peg hole, and 25/64 or 10mm is the modern peg hole. Okay?
Yep.
So that's the Revolution tuner line. It's been doing really well. We've picked up some OEM business on that now, so we've got some guitar manufacturers that are putting them on in the factory.
I'm imagining that's super important.
Absolutely. Brand new, we have reissued the Banjo Tuner that Gibson used on the reverse headstock Firebirds. It was also used on the EB1 bass Jack Bruce made famous. So these are out now. These are a planetary gear, a 12-to-1 ratio, but it has a 5/16" string post, which actually converts the wind ratio to about 14.6 to 1. But it's all based on the original design. We've precision cut the gearing in it a little better so they feel a little bit smoother than the originals. They also have the tensioner screw on the end here so you can tighten them up or loosen them a little bit depending on how you want them to feel. But those are now available.
That's awesome. Beautiful. Can you tell our audience what planetary is?
Planetary, it basically works like a differential on a car. There's 3 gears in it instead of 2 gears. So a traditional tuner is a worm gear and a ring gear, where the ring gear spins this way, the worm gear spins this way to work the tuner. In the planetary gear, you have a gear on the end of this post, and if you look here, you'll see it slightly offset from this post.
I do see that.
So you have to have a 3rd gear in there to operate, to make it, because one gear is running this way, then one runs this way, and one runs this way on the other end.
Yeah, very
just like a car rear end.
Yeah.
It's the same principle.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Then the newest series that I did was the Kluson Supreme series. On the back of the housing, you see it says the word Supreme on it instead of Deluxe.
Okay.
It's a new lineup. These are 18-to-1 gear ratio stamped steel tuners that go right into vintage peg holes. They maintain the original look with just that small little word change difference for the branding on them. They're awesome. They have no backlash in these tuners at all. They feel great.
They do. They feel tight.
And the cost increase on them versus the standard tuner is very nominal compared to some of the other high ratio tuners that are available.
Now I know on at our shop we actually use these holes for lubrication of the gears.
Yep.
Is there a certain lubrication or a certain brand or a certain amount that you recommend?
Well, I use Big Ben's nut sauce, honestly, and I do it because it's a clear lubricant. It's gelatinous, so it doesn't move around in the housing easily under heat.
Kind of like a grease.
Yeah.
But it's easy to get in the hole.
It's easy because it comes with a syringe. I'm actually plugging Big Ben's right now, but the stuff works great. I've been using it for years to lube.
That's good to know. So. I ought to look into that.
Yep. You can use a white lithium grease, or you can use a gun grease, but it just tends to be messier because of that. And when
we use a 3-in-1.
Yeah. I try and stay away from products like WD-40 and things because they actually attract dirt. So if you did have any dirt in the housing, you would actually be lubricating the gear to pull that dirt back into the gears, and that eventually causes problems.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So I usually stick with the heavier lubricants, a grease type lubricant.
Big Ben's nut sauce. Okay.
Yep. It works great, and it comes in the syringe.
And that's usually meant for guitar nuts, right?
It's nuts and saddles.
I think that's actually a lithium and a graphite combination.
Right.
Is what it is.
It's really an effective lubricant for it, and it cleans up so easy. So if you get any on the headstock by mistake, it wipes right off, and it doesn't stain or anything like that.
I will be going out and buying that right now. Thanks.
That's good stuff. So I have the Supreme series in both 3 per side and 6 in line.
So 18 to 1's the Supreme?
18 to 1's.
What was Deluxe, 14?
We changed it to 15. Originally it was 12.
12, okay.
And the demand has just gotten so much greater for high ratio gear tuners because people want that precision.
You better believe it.
And then my newest addition to the Supreme lineup, we don't even have these out yet. These are my samples of mandolin tuners.
Very cool.
Now these I did in the 18 to 1 in the Supreme series instead of the Deluxe series because of the short scale of a mandolin. It gives you a little bit more button. You know, when you're tuning up, you don't go past the note real easy and back and forth and stuff. So they're real nice. And again, you can see it has the Kluson Supreme moniker on the back of it. So.
Are you guys able to make AK stamp receivers?
Are we what?
Nothing. I'm an AK fan.
Oh, okay.
I see how they make their receivers.
The stamped steel. Yeah.
Just playing around.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That was originally. I believe that design for the AK was originally taken from the Germans, from the STG-44.
That sounds about right.
That was a stamped steel receiver too.
Yep.
So some of the other lines that we have, we do the Fender 2-pin tuners that are on all of the Fender USA and I believe made in Mexico standard series models. It's got the 2 little set pins underneath of them.
These are pretty.
Those tuners are again in 19 to 1 gear ratio. Everything I do in the modern die-cast stuff is going to be in 19 to 1. It just turns out to be a very good gear ratio.
Definitely better than some of the other competition you got.
Yeah. Well, these drop right into any Fender guitar with no modification. I also have these in locking versions too, and we do 4 plating colors where Fender only does their chrome and they do gold.
Yeah.
We have black, we have nickel, we have chrome, and we have gold. So whatever you want to change your plating color on your instrument, we've got all the different variations for it as well.
Love it, buddy. This looks like an OEM type product. I see a lot of guitars that have stuff that looks like this.
Yeah. This is actually the classic stamped steel. The reason I have this on display is because for the first time we put the metal buttons on them. They're a press-on button. It's not a screw-on button, but it gives you the look that a transition look that Gibson had back in the early 70s when they were using some Grover, using some Schaller, and using Kluson. They really liked that button, and the users find that the keystone button shape on the 3 per side is just a very friendly shape to use.
It is.
And that's why I have it here. I have it on the waffle backs.
They are easy to tune with.
Yeah.
Comparatively to say the minis or whatever.
Right.
What do you guys call these, butter beans or?
They're affectionately referred to as butter beans, but they're also an oval metal button is what we call them. And then like the mandolin tuners have the round buttons, and these come in 3 colors that we don't necessarily use on these ones too, just to mix it up a little. We have bone black and then the white pearl here. And we're doing A&F style with those as well.
I mean, you guys have been doing something right for a long time because I see vintage guitars coming in 40, 50, 60 years old.
Right.
How long has Kluson been existent?
1925. So this is actually our 90th anniversary.
Do you ever see any of those from the 20s still working?
Yeah, occasionally we get them in. In a lot of cases, they're closet classics. It was granddad's guitar or something that was in a closet, and what we try and do is, I'm always a proponent of refurbing the original stuff on there if they can.
So if I get a set of original keys that the plastic has been overheated throughout time or something like that, I can call you guys up and we can refurb them?
We don't actually do the refurb work, but we do sell the buttons that can be pressed on to replace the original ones.
I did not know we could do that.
Yeah, they're not. It's not in the original material because the original material was unstable.
Sure.
So we did them out of more of a modern plastic, so they have a life to them now, so they won't turn brown and crack and fall off anymore.
Well, guys, that's why we're doing these videos. I'm learning so much talking with Dave. And, gosh, anything else?
Well, we do have our USA-made hardware now. The tailpieces, telly bridges. It's off on this side. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Yeah, he's got some looks like Gibson component type stuff.
Yep, ABRs, Nashvilles. I have telly bridges. We're actually doing some new stuff for the real boutique guys. We're doing tailpieces out of bell brass now. We're doing them out of milled steel, and we also have bridges out of those materials. They're a little bit more expensive, but they definitely shape tone on an instrument.
That's so cool.
Materials.
Yeah, you guys have a beautiful display, bro.
Well, thank you. I'm going to step around front here just so I can. Sorry about that. Our telly bridges are down here. We also have the Harmonica Bridge that hasn't been out. The original Harmonica Bridge was in a die cast. And
I think I remember those because you would see them pit.
Right. So what we did was we milled it out of steel.
Milled.
It changes.
Now we're talking real AK frames.
Oh yeah. And we also did the tailpiece. That was designed for Jerry Garcia originally for his flat top. So we copied the tailpiece for that.
Looks
so
quality.
It's a top mount. It's really nice, but it was originally Jerry used the harmonica with that tailpiece. So we have both parts now. If somebody's a Grateful Dead fan wants the Jerry Garcia look.
Recently, I'm sure they're reenacting it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
We're doing.
All right, 12 minutes. It's going to shut off. Dave, thanks, buddy.
No problem.
You're awesome,
no
man.
problem.
Appreciate you, sir.
There's so much to talk about. It's. I would just say.
How can people find you, real quick? What website?
Go to wdmusic.com.
Okay.
If you're a dealer builder or anything like that, go to wdbiz.com. A little application, fill it out.
Awesome.
We'll get you hooked up.
Thanks, buddy.
You got it.
Appreciate you.
Pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anytime. You're awesome.